Hi, I'm Zach Kazahuski from GolfWX.com, and I'm at Ping headquarters with Marty Jertson, Director of Product Development for Ping. Now, Marty, you're known for your irons, and one product that our community really gravitated to in the recent years was the i20.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is the i25 for 2014. What is it that makes the i25 iron somewhat unique in its category?
Yeah, well, we really built upon the success and a lot of the properties of the i20 when we developed the i25, and what makes it really good is that it works for such a wide range of golfers, right?
Yeah, everyone from tour players to players that don't make a lot of birdies, right?
Exactly. And so we pack a ton of forgiveness into the size, the heel toe length or the blade length, which really at Ping, that's our goal in all of our iron designs. You know, we really aren't out to design any iron that has low forgiveness, and we found some ways to be able to break apart the forgiveness and the workability. And so what the i20 and now the i25 have done is they've delivered this great balance of, they give you a ton of forgiveness and still an ample amount of workability. And just between the sole characteristics and the overall geometry of the head and a lot of the mass properties, it just works really well for a sweeper in terms of somebody with a more shallow attack angle, to a mid to high handicapper that has a little steeper attack angle, has plenty of bounce, and kind of the sole is built to kind of glide through the turf for a wide range of kind of impact mechanics.
When we took a look at these yesterday, we noticed that the 3-iron seems like it could be a totally different set than the pitching wedge. Why did you design them to be so different looking from top to bottom?
Yeah, so the i25 set is a extremely variable set design, blended set design. And so yeah, when we looked at them, we showed some diagrams that were really cool yesterday that showed how much we vary the blade length of the club, how much we vary the sole width, how much we vary the offset, and then we also vary the stabilizing bars in the back cavity. So all of these features that we do, we build them to give more performance out of the long irons in terms of delivering height of trajectory, ball speed, and forgiveness. And so that's what having a little bit more offset on those long irons really helps us do for the golfer. But we want to do it in a way that's blended so that the whole set still looks like a nice family. Mm-hmm. And so we don't really have a jump per se where one club looks like a blade and one club looks like a mid-size iron. We engineer them so they progress through the set in a way that is kind of seamless to the eye when you take out each club.
They do share some similarities, though, with your smaller iron, the S55, particularly the way that you did the custom tuning port, right?
That's correct, yeah. So we have a kind of a vertical entry style custom tuning port. And with the i25 iron, we were able to drop the height at which that custom tuning port is close to the face, and so that helped us save a lot of weight from the face and get a little bit more face deflection out of the face as well, and that's helped us deliver more ball speed. And so when we deliver more ball speed, especially in the longer irons on this set, that nets out in having a higher max height and a steeper landing angle, which are both very good things, like we talked about for the tour player and for the everyday golfer.
But when you're trying to design an accurate set of irons that tour players are going to rely on, you can't just make the face springier. You have to do something to make it consistent, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We're out to, on all of our iron designs, we're out to deliver distance, but distance with control. And that's huge, just because the best players in the world have played this iron. They're out to nail their yardages down to the nearest yard, and sometimes below the nearest yard in terms of their distance control. And so in terms of how we design the face response, the face itself has support to it. It deflects, but it doesn't deflect uncontrollably. And at the end of the day, that's what we care about for the golfers, to be able to hit their yardages, hit their numbers. And that's important to every golfer out there, is to have that consistency in distance control. So to deliver distance and consistent distance at the same time is what we've done with the i25.
And along with some of that clever badging that you've done, there's also some multi-material in the irons?
Yeah, that's correct. And so that's a big part of how we've got the forgiveness up. We have 10 grams of weight in the low toe, this tungsten weight. And that's pretty much what Carson taught us is you put weight in the low toe, put weight in the high toe, and then you have mass in the hosel. Those are your 3 best spots for the most part in most iron designs to boost your moment of inertia. And so using multi-material in our kind of mid-size iron really helps boost the forgiveness and get the inertia characteristics up in the iron.
And what kind of shaft did you decide to match with the i25 head?
Yeah, so in the i25, our standard shaft offering is the proprietary CFS shaft, which stands for Control, Feel, and Stability. And it's a great shaft family. What we do with the CFS shaft is we blend the stiffness profile and the weight as we go from the X-Flex down to the soft regular flex. And so we create a family where the soft regular flex is a softer tip, and the R as well, and lighter. And then as we go up, we stiffen the tip, we stiffen the EI profile, the flex profile, and we increase the weight to kind of fine-tune the system mass for the right weight and balance for the expected golfer to fit into each flex.
Well, Marty, thank you so much for taking the time to explain the i25 irons to us. There's certainly something that you might want to try if you're looking to hit your long irons a little higher, but you don't want to give up the player's look that a lot of golfers like.